Howdy folks, Laxo here, and today we are going to do my polls for my main account. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about this. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's talk a little bit about the haunted house exploration. I'm going to get to my polls after that, and I'll probably mini talk during that, small talk, and then afterwards I'm going to check out some Warsouls and a little bit of small talk then as well. But check description for timestamps as usual. Anyways, one thing that I think people are struggling with this thing, I mean, for one, it's not easy. It's a little difficult to do, but it's kind of a mess as well, especially day 7. Day 6 was a little buggy. I'm not sure if anybody else had any problems, but the map kind of was like glitching out. I couldn't click anything. I was having all kinds of issues. So if you were like me and you were having issues too, if you just click this little thing right here and click restart, you can just restart immediately, and no harm, no foul. You just start back over from the beginning, and all your problems will be fixed. Or I hope they are, because I did that and my problems were fixed. But let's just say, for example, okay. Here you go. This is what I want to talk about too. Let's just say you're like me right now. Whoopsies, I'm soft locked here. Once again, just click this, click restart, confirm, and it resets everything. See, look at that. Another thing that people might not know is, like, obviously glancing over this little pink circle right here, you have to actually click it, and you can set your active teleport area back to there. So, do that, and you could fix any really major teleporting issues that you're having, because again, this can be a little difficult. Just takes a few minutes, but yeah, any issues, just click that, teleport back to the beginning, and you're all set. But with that, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get into some polls here, but first I want to do this. Actually, you know what, might as well just talk a little bit while I'm doing this. Okay, so I did mention this last video. I'm going to mention it again just for the people that didn't watch my last video. I do have, I did do a little walkthrough, I guess, of all these little haunted house exploration mini games. I don't know what they are, mini games. I'll put the link in the description to the day 1 through 7. I did all of them. But I did do them live, and this was 2 years ago when this event first happened. 2 years ago when this event first happened. So it might not be super fluent because I obviously did it live. Back then I didn't know how to record videos too well, so everything was an absolute mess. When I first started YouTube, as I'm sure most all people that actually have watched this channel for a couple years know, that I started off not knowing how to do anything, and I still don't know how to do anything. But yeah, with that, let's go ahead and get into some polls here now. For candy to start, not bad. 2 of those shards. 2 more shards. Not doing too good of a start, but pretty average, I'd say, maybe. A 5er. It's a good amount of candy right there. It's pretty average. I think I'm going to go for... So yeah, let's try... I want to do 400, because I want to get that... Well, I don't really want to get the Warsaw. I was planning on getting to at least 300. But usually when I get to 300, I'm like, you know... Well, might as well just go to 400 at that point to get a Warsoul. I mean, the Warsoul isn't mandatory. It's not the best Warsoul ever, but it's pretty solid, you know. Obviously, if I had a choice between the 400 and the 600 Warsoul, I'd choose the 600 because the 600 Warsoul is amazing. Especially for 1v1, it's pretty gnarly. You could toss that Warsoul on... I mean, okay, so the Warsoul gives you like 30%, something like that. Damage reduction, I mean, over 5 rounds. Like 30% damage reduction and mastery skill proc chance. And pretty much any character that relies heavily on 1 mastery skill proc chance and 2, well, I mean, damage reduction in general is just really good. But yeah, any character that does a ton of damage or relies heavily upon their mastery skill to go off to win, that Warsoul is busted on them. So, you know, characters such as Vassalord Ichigo, obviously, that's the #1 right there, I'd think. Gin probably isn't too bad, you know, Summer Gin, if you really like to run him. Let's see here. Some people like to run... Actually, there are a bunch of different characters, shoot. Honestly, my personal favorite, obviously, is Ulquiorra, version 1. Or base Ulquiorra. He doesn't have the best damage reduction until you get his rage off. But in between the rages, his damage reduction kind of dips a bit. But if you can get that extra 30% damage reduction, and on top of that, the mastery skill proc chance, up to about 30%, and then with that, you can get his lifesteal back from that. And on top of that, you could toss on a Warsoul, like let's see here. I guess Ichigo Warsoul would just be good on him in general. Oh wow, look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. I would have liked to have seen a 3-drop, but 5 is fine. 5 singles. Yeah, either way, pretty solid. There it is. There's the 5. Yeah, that same... The last times 10 pull is pretty much the exact same one as this, unfortunately. But, let's see here. 290. This will be 300 here. Let's keep going a little bit more. Another 3-drop. That's very, very convenient. So, what are we at for... Actually, oof. Have we capped out the rebate? Let's see. But yeah, so that's one thing that I was looking at is, yeah, Ichigo Warsoul in general on anybody is amazing. Especially on a character that already gets lifesteal back. And a more tanky unit as well would be amazing, you know. We're talking Nemu is amazing. Pretty much any Ulquiorra. Any of the real tanks, you know, those would be really good with it. I have capped it, so let's go ahead and put the cap on there for now. What are we at for pulls? Like 110 or 310? I mean, 59, 310. Yeah, let's go ahead and cap it at 310. I wanted to stop at 300, but we'll cap it at 310. That's fine. I'll do some more pulls a little bit later, maybe. Tell you what, let's go ahead and go like this. Alright, that took a minute there. Anyways, so yeah, that is pretty much that. The only last day we're going to get is day 10. We get 10 more pulls, so not bad. I ended up with 79 with 310 pulls. Actually, I'm going to get some more here pretty quick, aren't I? Yeah, so I'm going to get 30 more, and... You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to save those for another day. So, with about 350 pulls, let's just add 40 to this. So, we're looking at, like, 120 with 350 pulls, which is pretty solid. I mean, that's enough to get 2 weapons and a couple extravagant Warsouls if you wanted those. Maybe a bunch of time tokens, like a bunch of different things you could do here. But with that, let's go ahead and actually shoot. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Byakuya here. So a lot of people, and all, if you want to cut it off here and just skip over the next video, which will probably be here in a day or two, that's fine. But let's talk about a Warsoul here for a sec. So I've been popping into global chat here, and people have some stupid ideas. Let's just say that. A lot of people have been saying, hey, you know, a really good Warsoul on Byakuya is Crimson Warsoul. This Warsoul right here. Now, why would this Warsoul be good on Byakuya? Well, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be good on him at all, actually. All you have to do is look at his skills. What does his passive do? No bleed. What does his rage skill do? No bleed. What does his mastery skill do? A 60% chance to bleed. So what's a mastery skill proc chance? Like maybe 20%? So you have a 20% chance to proc a 60% chance to apply 1 stack of bleed. That's based off of a small percentage of his attack. Why would you want to put a Warsoul that does 100%, well, let's just round it up to 100% extra bleed damage on that character? It makes no sense at all. The people that are saying these things are either 1, very, very ill-informed and know nothing about the game, or 2, they're just trolls and ignore them, like, for real. Insane. One Warsoul I have been liking running on Byakuya is Sun Hat Warsoul. You know, reducing that crit, or getting that crit resist chance up, reducing the chance of crits is pretty important. And of course, if he does get crit, which is pretty unlikely, he'll reduce the enemy's attack, which is a good thing. And of course, any kind of Warsoul that is tanky right here would be good on him. Even the Ichigo Warsoul that I was talking about a minute ago, let's go ahead and grab that. Even this Warsoul wouldn't be bad on him, you know? Especially because you really want to keep Byakuya alive. As you can see, I have it on Nemo right now. You really want to keep Byakuya alive. So that is very, very important. And yeah, the reason why is because he does so much damage. He is the everything on your team. If you have him, he does everything for you. Or on the specific team. He is the best tank on the team. He is the best damage dealer on the team. He does everything for your team. So let's go ahead and toss that on there. And now let's check out the damage reduction rate here. Or I'm sorry, the effect reduction rate. Effect reduction rate is effect reduction 38.25. It's pretty good. Effect accuracy is actually not too high, 19%. With no Warsouls base, you're looking at 36% crit chance, block chance 56, damage reduction rate 65. 65 is pretty good. You could definitely get that up. Damage rate 56. But the reason why he is so good is this right here, Blood Sigil. Reduce healing received by 60%, pretty big. Cause the target to take damage equal to 5% of Byakuya's max HP. The reason why that is good, 5%, is Byakuya has the highest base stats in the game, across the board. He does. It's pretty nuts, actually. Like, nobody even comes close, because when they were doing the... I'm pretty sure Byakuya was the last character added into the game, ever. So... yeah, that right there, just the power creep really spiked with Byakuya big time. So, yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Let's see here. What am I at? 360 away from 7-star. Yeah, so Byakuya does everything. If you can get him to 5-star, I highly suggest it. But if you're a newer player, then you could probably get him to 4-star and be perfectly fine. You don't even need his weapon for him to be good. Because, I mean, let's take a look at that, you know. Let's see here. After weapon awakens, according to whether the target has bleeding stacks on them or not, Byakuya recovers a portion of his health. And it also decreases the healing received by a little bit as well. As you can see, 40 to 60. So, don't even need his weapon. He recovers a little bit of health and decreases the healing by a little bit. Don't use weapon at all. Matter of fact, on my free-to-play account, I don't even have his weapon yet. So, with that, guys, it's gonna wrap this one up. I could probably do a video where let's take a look at materials here. 62, wow. 62 times 3 is 184, so not bad. Yeah, let's go and wrap it up here. Check the description for if you want to come hang out in the YouTube. It'll be in there. A couple other videos that I said I would post are in there as well. And yeah, next video I'll probably do leveling a Byakuya to 7-star and mess around with that a little bit maybe. But with that, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace. Peace.